I just wanted to make this video today to share with you some of the moments that we do have captured from this amazing first season and some of the success and the joy that we have experienced along the way. We had our debut show of our inaugural season in November. It was amazing. There were 4 different pieces choreographed. We had a really great turnout. The audience was phenomenal. The feedback that we got from this performance was really mind-blowing, and that's when I realized we're absolutely doing something right. We're absolutely on the right track. Not only as a big part of our mission are we caring for the dancers to the best of our ability and considering their mental health and talking about body positivity and all of that, but we're also impacting the lives of the community and our audiences, which is so rewarding and fulfilling. Then in December, we had our holiday show. It was our first kind of debut of what our holiday show is going to be, our signature holiday show. It's called Short and Sweet. Half of it is Nutcracker Suite excerpts, and then the other half is more contemporary dancing to contemporary holiday music, and it's really fun, a little bit jazzy. And I really love having the contrast of those two things. Again, the feedback on that show was it was so well received, and I had people coming up to us after the show just saying like, this made my entire holiday season. I've just really been grateful for that, and I feel so honored that people are resonating with the work and the art that we are creating. So while that show was a lot harder for me, because by then I already knew about what was happening with my mom, and it was an intense time coming up on the holidays and all that, I still had these pockets of happiness, and that is what dance does for me, and that is what performing does for me, and that is what creating Azara Ballet has done for me. Then our third and final major main stage show of the season was in March, and that was called Love Between Lines. And in that performance, again, we had 4 different original works created by 3 different choreographers in total. We had an incredibly supportive audience. Part of what we did in that show was feature LGBTQ love stories on a ballet stage, which is, or like within the ballet world, underneath the ballet umbrella, which is very rarely done. That show brought me to tears. I mean, I probably cried at the end of each one of these 3 shows that I'm explaining to you today, but that one was really extra special. I felt like we really gave something back to the LGBTQ community. As a person who's identified as queer for the majority of my life, it was really special for me to be able to bridge those 2 worlds that I've lived in, being ballet and the LGBTQ community. But all of the pieces that we did and all of the shows that we did were really special and meaningful and touched people's hearts. We were awarded 2 major grants this season, one through the Barancik Foundation and one through the Flo Johnson Singer Foundation. In addition to that, we were able to participate in something called the Giving Challenge, which is essentially a community fundraiser, and through that we were able to raise over $33,000. And last but not least, we had a major fundraiser at the end of the year, which was our gala. It was a beautiful event. We had a lovely dinner and a small performance from a few of our dancers, and it was really nice to be able to share the successes of the entire season at this event. And then we did a paddle raise to raise money for the organization, and we raised over $70,000. We raised enough funds to get us through the entire first season and to officially launch a second season, which I'll be sharing more about at some point soon. I just wanted to very quickly share some of the stats from our first season. We had over 1,000 audience members total, just locally here within Sarasota, who came to see our shows. In addition to that, about 250 people tune in that we were able to live stream. So I wanted to also thank you so much for tuning into that. It really meant a lot knowing that we had people from all over the world watching our performances. I'm hoping we're able to live stream some of the shows in this upcoming second season as well. We also taught about 45 outreach ballet classes, either to people who were autistic or neurodivergent, who were dealing with Parkinson's disease, or who were trauma survivors. So those are part of our outreach initiatives. And I think most importantly, I wanted to share some of our results when it comes to our dancers and our audience members. Some of the problems within the dance world are that we are statistically 3 to 5 times more likely to develop eating disorders. A survey in 2018 revealed that 86% of dancers experienced depression or anxiety related to their careers. And another study done by a group called Minding the Gap found that 80% of dancers didn't feel comfortable talking to their director if they were having a mental health issue. So we've got mental health and body image as two really harsh realities in traditional ballet culture. Based on the surveys we did throughout the season, when describing how they felt about Azara, 90% of the dancers, or 9 out of 10 dancers, used words like nurturing, uplifting, fulfilling, empowering, life-giving, redemptive, positive, meaningful, and more. As a person with lived experience in kind of the trauma of ballet, these results mean the absolute world to me and just give me so much more motivation to keep going and to continue making any amount of impact that I can possibly make within dance culture and the ballet world. We also surveyed our audiences for those audience members who wanted to fill out a survey after a performance, and we found that 93%, or 226 out of 242 of the attendees who filled out a survey, used words like breathtaking, emotional, beautiful, transformative, joyful, groundbreaking, authentic, inspiring, empowering, magical, heartfelt, and more to describe the season's performances. Having this feedback has changed the way that I'm able to interpret what we're doing, and it means so much to me. So we are a nonprofit. We do really rely on philanthropy to sustain us, and I just want to thank you. I really want to thank you for supporting in any way that you have, whether it's liking a post on Instagram or watching this video or tuning into one of our live stream performances or getting a ticket to see a show or giving a donation. We do this together. This nonprofit organization doesn't exist without the help of everyone. And so I absolutely want you to feel a part of Azara Ballet, because you are. Thank you for helping us make our dreams come true. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It'd be really cool to share some of our rehearsal process and just kind of give you more of an inside look into who we are and what we're doing and what we're creating and why we're creating it. So I hope you enjoyed this update, and I will be sharing more soon about our second season that's coming up in the fall of 2024.